I've told this story before, but when I was growing up in high school, my focus exactly wasn't on my studies. I wasn't the greatest student, not because it was hard, but because school really didn't interest me. I was focused on other creative things and race cars. But at that time, my older brother had this girlfriend, and every time she came over to the house, she would say to me, "Doug, why are you even going to school? You're never going to graduate. You're kind of worthless. You're wasting your time going to school. You're never going to amount to anything. Why don't you just quit?" Well, I stuck it out and I graduated high school just to show her that her voice didn't have control over my life. I was strong-headed that way. In a strange way, I might have never graduated if it weren't for her. So I thank her and I'm grateful for her words. I'm also grateful she isn't around anymore. I'm a voice here to tell you, you're enough. You are worthy. Don't quit. We can do this together. Have you ever been overwhelmed by all the seemingly complicated processes that go into jewelry making? How to tackle all the concepts used in the craft, how to get your design or idea from your mind into jewelry. And there's fabricating, soldering, casting, model and mold making, stone setting, polishing, just to name a few, and the list goes on. Have you ever wanted to take a design that's in your head and create a piece of jewelry from it? Maybe even one that's repeatable? How much time could you save if you could reproduce one of your handmade designs over and over with the same results every time, without having to recreate the whole piece from scratch? Are you like me? Do you learn better by examples, by someone showing you, rather than by books or magazines? What if someone could show you a jewelry method, a process, or a system, step by step, every detail, every concept, and talk you through it all the way? Would that encourage you to move forward and revolutionize your jewelry making experience? If I could show you how to make your jewelry ideas into reality, would it open up new opportunities? Hi, I'm Doug Napier with the Jewelry Monk Studio and Training Center. I've recently created a comprehensive video series that will do just that. I've taken my many years of jewelry experience and simply and thoroughly developed a step-by-step video tutorial that covers the whole process of design to finished piece of jewelry. It's called the Fabricated Pendant project, and I'll walk you through jewelry making from a sketch to a finished design. Myself, I've been a technical model maker for over 34 years. I've worked in factories all over the world, teaching and training jewelers of all levels. And I'm still a trainer and a consultant to some of the largest jewelry companies in the world, helping them cut cost, troubleshoot manufacturing problems, and develop new designs and products for their production. But my passion is to encourage and educate beginner and intermediate jewelers, actually jewelers of all levels. I get so much more joy out of seeing a face light up of someone who just soldered their first successful piece of jewelry, way more than a manager who just saved thousands of dollars in his production run. I began my jewelry career and began creating my own jewelry starting back in the mid-1980s. At that time, I lacked three things I think every jeweler needs to grow. And earlier I called these the 3 E's of growth. First is education. At that time, I had the lack of a teacher. There was not much internet, there was no videos, there weren't many schools or mentors in my area anyway, and I needed someone who would lead me by the hand and show me the process step by step. I also had a lack of equipping, a lack of skills, the proper tools, let alone the fear of not knowing the proper techniques and safety. Lastly, and the biggest one, was encouragement. Others with that same passion. There's a Bible verse that says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another." And these are the things that combat those negative voices we hear. We need this in all areas of our lives to be growing. I mentioned earlier the words my brother's girlfriend used to say to me. "You are worthless. You're wasting your time. You're never going to amount to anything. Why don't you just quit?" Honestly, those were the same words I was telling myself. What do you do when the biggest obstacle to move forward is your own fear and insecurity, the voices coming from inside? I have overcome those 3 E's of growth, and now I would like to be a vessel to help others do the same. I have the education. I have the ability to equip you, and I thrive on encouraging others. I want to help you overcome those fears, those voices that tell you you can't do it, whether they come from your brother's girlfriend or from your own mind. I want to show you you can do this. My dreams in those early days as a jeweler was just to learn, to be the best at whatever I did, but I was getting no help at work from those around me who knew how to make jewelry. They were a little stingy with their knowledge, and they call it job security. I was lucky in my jewelry career. I had an encourager. My first boss was different. His name was Ken, and he liked what he saw in me. So over the years, he moved me around the factory from assembly and soldering, polishing and stone setting, casting, and eventually I became a technical model maker, considered the top of the food chain when it comes to manufacturing work. A model maker's job is to make models and molds for production. Every piece is a copy of the original. If there's one flaw, one scratch, one pit, it is in every piece. Production has to work that out. If a stone doesn't fit, that stone doesn't fit in every single piece. Time is money, and time and labor and the weight of the piece can make or break a factory. Talk about stress. In a large-scale manufacturing, perfection is the goal. But I got pretty good at it, and eventually word got around, and I was contacted by companies all over the world and offered some great opportunities. All of this not to brag on myself, but to show you that I was never satisfied with the knowledge that I had, and I still have a hunger and always want to learn more, just like many of you. Information, new skills, new techniques are my playground and what drives me to get better at what I do. Those of you who follow me on social media know whether it's my jewelry making, car racing, music playing, photography, I value education, equipping, and encouraging, and they're the keys to moving me forward in all my passions. Like I said, I started making jewelry when there were no blogs. There weren't many videos. VHS was the big thing at the time. There was really no internet, and the information I wanted was in books or in one-on-one training. Books are one thing, but I learn best by sight. Don't tell me how to do something, show me how to do something. Trial and error was my teacher most of the time, and it still is today. Although information is a lot easier to come by these days, I have a phone, I ask it something and it tells me. What a time to be alive. And I'm still a learner, and if I ever lose that virtue, I will lose my drive. And I learn by gleaning from others, watching them, asking them, getting directed by them. But now, I'm not only a learner, but I have the heart and passion of a teacher. I think that's how we're designed. We learn, we excel, and then we pass it on. A few years ago, I started a website called thejewelrymonk.com. And through the website, I've given tons of free tips, tricks, tutorials. I've also developed the Jewelry Monk podcast, which is another vehicle to share jewelry information in another type of format. And that has led me to open up the Jewelry Monk Studio and Training Center here in my hometown of Rapid City, South Dakota. Here are a few examples of just some of the content I've covered over the years. now for those of you who are not able to travel to South Dakota, I'm creating a comprehensive video lesson series. My goal is to guide the way for more jewelers like yourselves to have more skill, more fun, less stress, less pain, and more sales if that's your goal. And you're in the right place. What would it look like if you could grasp more jewelry making concepts? How would you be able to up your skills as a jeweler if you had more jewelry making arrows in your quiver? That's what I want to do for you. Give you the tools so you can take your jewelry making to the next level. Whatever that next level is for you. Is it fabricating and soldering? What would it do to your business or hobby if you could master soldering and add that to your skill set? Stone setting, polishing? How much more confident would you be if you could successfully accomplish these tasks? What about encouragement? That's what I want to do for you. And I know I'm making a difference as well. I hear from some of you. And here are some reviews I got at jewelrymonk.com. Laura says, "Thank you for providing these tips. I know it takes a lot of time to write them up and to take the photos, so I want to thank you for your time and effort as well as sharing your knowledge." Woodson says, "Oh my God, you're going over things I have questioned about for years. Thank you. Keep this up, please." Carol says, "Hi Doug, I think you're amazing. I've only caught the last several posts, but I've already learned some good things and I enjoy reading them. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And lastly, Diane says, "Thank God I found you." Those are just a few of the many reviews and testimonies that I get, thousands of them now, and they just warm my heart so much to know that I can make a difference in lives. Many of the reasons I like comments and reviews so much is because they combat those old voices that tell me I'm not enough, just quit. I have friends that have pushed me forward lately who see what I'm doing, and they're the new voices that I'm listening to. Go for it. You can do this. You're a great teacher and you bring value. You see, a couple of years back, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. And as I was sitting in the hospital for weeks at a time, those voices came back. It's over. Time to hang it up. No use for you. But after my surgeries, chemo, and recovery, I started feeling better and started to see that it wasn't finished yet. I vowed to focus on passing along the gifts that I've been given, this jewelry knowledge. In doing this, I've been shown what a new life and focus could look like, and I like it. One of my favorite replies lately was from Jen Populus. You see, a number of months ago, I decided to have another design contest on my website. The winner would get their sketch design created in a finished piece of jewelry with a model, a mold to go along with it, in case they ever wanted to go into production of their design. And they also got the whole process documented in video form. Well, Jen wrote, "Got my package last night and it's beautiful. Thanks again." You see, Jen was the winner of the design contest. I've worked in factories for many years, and although I was able to create jewelry in these businesses, I've always had a studio at home. It's my place of retreat, where I'm able to freely create what I desire, and there's always been a passion and a freedom in that. My desire is also to see others like yourselves have this freedom. Most of you work at things other than jewelry, but have a passion, like myself, to create with your hands something amazing, or maybe something not so amazing, but to have the skill to create something new nonetheless. Some of you have jewelry businesses now, and you're so tied up with production, doing what's worked in the past, that you don't have much time to learn new skills or techniques that you've always wanted to learn. Well, I have the skill to show you the way. I have the passion as well to see you succeed. I have a simple way of teaching that hopefully takes the complex and makes it easier to understand. With my guidance and encouragement, some of these concepts that once seemed overwhelming now are not so much of a hurdle and can be accomplished with confidence and trust. Here's a quick overview of some of the content I use to create a piece of jewelry from a simple drawing to a finished piece of jewelry. So here I have some original artwork, and what I've done is I've put an insert die. It's already printed it out, and I measured this situation just to make sure that it's aligned. Many of the processes I just overviewed are not as complicated as they once seemed, and although many of the tools are specialized, some can be made and tailored with the tools that you currently have. Some of you are thinking, well, those tools are so expensive, the skills are way beyond my ability, I'm afraid of fire, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, why don't I just quit? I am not enough. Well, I will ease some of your objections and show you a new skill, or possibly show you a new life, a new passion, the way of a jewelry maker. Now, before I tell you more about this program, I have to warn you, this offer is only going to be made available for a short time. Since it's an online course, it's going to be interactive, and because it's an interactive online coaching program, registration will only be available and open for a short time. Then we will close the registration and start the class. Since you're watching this video, either you want to advance your skills as a jeweler or you want to learn jewelry making from a seasoned jeweler. Whether you're a beginning jeweler or been making jewelry for some time and you want to take your craft to that next level, this video training series will help you understand, comprehend, and transform your jewelry making skills. So first off, when you purchase the video training course, you get the video course, which consists of 19 videos, which I've broken up into individual training modules, where I will walk you through all of the steps of creating a piece of jewelry, from a drawing through fabrication and soldering, molding and casting, tumbling, polishing, stone setting, and polishing again and cleaning up the finished piece. And after the program is over, you'll always have access to this content. It's yours forever. You can have access online or you can download it onto your own computer, so you'll always be able to go back over the material at your leisure. You'll find that the ability to review the material as often as you like at your own convenience is simply priceless. There is almost 4 hours of video content just in these instructional videos. In the program, there is 1 video lesson on image sizing, 3 videos on setting building, 1 on assembly, 1 on shaping, 2 on trimming, there's 9 on soldering techniques alone. There's 1 on molding and casting, and 1 on stone setting and polishing. I walk you through every process with 4-camera video perspective. I explain exactly what I'm doing the whole time and why I'm doing it. And in many cases, I'll show you zoomed in photography of the example so you can completely grasp the content. The bottom line is, we're going to cover a lot of ground together over a month or so, and you're going to come out the other end with a complete understanding of the whole process. But I thought long and hard about how I could make this offer even better, so I came up with 3 amazing bonuses. Each one of these bonuses is an amazing addition to your skill set. The first bonus, you get extra video tips with each instruction, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. That cover things like creating your own tools, pouring ingots, using a draw plate, making wire, annealing, and that's just to name a few. There's over another whole hour of video content, and there's over 20 more videos just in the bonuses, all free. The next bonus is I'll add a report with a list of all the tools I use during each video, with links to see and to purchase them if you desire. There's 15 tool reports, 1 with each video lesson. The first 2 bonuses are all about helping you accomplish the task of creating your design, the extra videos, and the tool report. Now, when I've sold this video training course to the general public before, I sell it for $397, and that's without the bonuses. But you'll get the extra videos for free when you purchase as well, and the tool report. But that's not enough. I want to take you beyond just knowing and right into comprehending and action. So the third over-the-top bonus for you is, and I'm a little crazy for doing this, but I'm going to give you 1 month access to myself. That's right. If you have any questions, anything you need clarification on, I'll explain it further, whether through emails, through more pictures, through tutorials, or further video training if needed. There's also direct one-on-one phone calls for a whole month, because I want to help you completely grasp all the techniques covered in these concepts. Understand this. If you have a certain project that you want me to walk you through using these techniques or any other technique that I specialize in, I'm here to walk you through it. anything for a whole month. So line up those projects you're stuck on. And that brings us to the final big surprise. The last piece of the puzzle that makes this a complete no-brainer. And this is it. You'll not only get the 19 video training course, yours to own forever. Over 20 bonus videos, again, yours to own forever. A link to the tool report of every tool that I use in the process. 1 month of access to myself to help you in your progress as a jeweler. Imagine the possibilities. Even those who have purchased this product before will get their money's worth just from that access. But you have a full 30 days to see if my Fabricated Pendant video course is right for you. If you determine that it isn't, just let me know. I'll gladly refund your money. No hassles, no hard feelings, period. Ask yourself, what different types of jewelry could I make, and how much more confident would I be going forward if I had these tools, this tutorial, this encouragement, this tutoring? So if you add up the value of just the last 3 bonuses, you're already at, and I'm not even sure how to comprehend that, because to give you an idea, just my rate for consulting is $100 per hour. So by now you're probably wondering, what is the cost for this Fabricated Pendant video course? Your investment in the Fabricated Pendant video course is just $247. If you wanted to take a jewelry course on just a few of these subjects, you would spend a lot more than $247 if there was one in your area. If you went to a specialized jewelry training school, you would spend way more than $247. This is education you will take with you for the rest of your life. These skills will put you on a journey that will open up so many doors for your jewelry making career. Again, you're going to receive access to the 19 video Fabricated Pendant project course, yours forever. Access to over 20 bonus videos, also yours forever. A tool report of every tool in each lesson, and 1 month access to myself. No, not forever. And you have a full 30 days to see if my Fabricated Pendant project course is right for you. If you determine that it isn't, just let me know. I'll gladly refund your money. No hassles, no hard feelings. These results are a method, a system, a process that has been passed down for generations. The tools might change a bit, but the processes can be applied very successfully over and over. Look into the future. Do you have a plan to get where you want to be in your jewelry making in 3 months, 1 year, 5 years? This is an investment in your jewelry making future. Remember, if you want to take your jewelry making to the next level, then you have to act now. Think about how your life would be different if you commit to learning these techniques. Think about the options that it will open up if you master these concepts of soldering, metal fabrication, casting, texturing or polishing, stone setting and mold making, wax injection, and more. So here's what you do. Go ahead and click the button below the video and join me in the Fabricated Pendant video training course. One last thing I need to mention. This is a limited time offer. You see, the offer for this Fabricated Pendant video training course is only open until midnight, Thursday, August 16th. Then I'm going to close down the registration and start the class soon thereafter. So if you want to get in, you need to act quickly because registration window is closing soon. However, if you miss out, the odds are pretty good that I'll offer another chance at this video series next year, but these bonuses are not guaranteed, and especially access to myself, and the price will probably be going up. So if you're not ready to step up today, then maybe a year from now will be the right time. But think about all you could accomplish in a year with this training. So if you're ready to learn these jewelry making processes, then the next step is to click the order button below and get registered for the Fabricated Pendant video training course. Again, you have a full 30 days to see if this course is right for you. If you determine that it isn't, just let me know. I will gladly refund your money. No hassles, no hard feelings. So if you're ready to take your jewelry skill set to that next level, then the step is clear. Click the order button below and get registered for the Fabricated Pendant video training course. This is your time. It's time to step up. There's never been a better time, but you have to act now. Registration is closing soon. Now's the time to act. Enroll in the Fabricated Pendant video training course and say yes to setting yourself apart from the jewelry pack. giving yourself another tool in your jewelry arsenal. Click the button below and join me now. This is your time, and I'd love to come alongside you and help you make the best jewelry of your life. You have a big decision to make. I can't make it for you. The only thing I can do is tell you the Fabricated Pendant video training course works. Are you like me, ready to listen to a new voice? One that tells you you are worth it, you can do it? After some of the things I've been through, I'm at a place in my life where I would rather try something new and grow than not go forward and always regret not trying. Are you with me? I promise it's not going to be easy. Change and growth never is. But I also promise the opportunity to change is always worth the effort. Click the button now, and I'll see you in the program.